you've started recording.
Sorry.
Thanks everyone for hopping on. We're into our 7th week, and tonight it's on MetaPWR. And yet again, it's been another great week of like researching like what you know, but to actually have it written and be talking to others about it. It's just been good to look further into MetaPWR and lifelong vitality to put this together. So Brianna and I have had a good time doing that, and we hope you enjoy the class or the discussion. Discussion more than class, it sounds friendlier. So our first one, we're just sort of recapping what we've done. Our last 2 weeks were on low tox living in women's health, which, you know, we go hand in hand. And just wondering if anybody, because you sort of think we do these things and it's nice to, you know, think, oh yes, that's one change I can make, because we don't, what we talked about it not being overwhelming. I did. Welcome. Talked about it not being overwhelming. And just wondering, did anybody try something new this week to do with what our classes have been about? Could be as simple. There's that little video there. Is it playing? Do you have to push play?
Oh.
We found this cute little video of water. Look at that. Because it could even be making the lifestyle change could be as simple as making sure you drink water.
Well, actually today was my first day of drinking water out of the Gia wellness jug.
Oh, woohoo, go you. That's exciting.
Yeah, it just arrived on Friday.
Neat.
Yeah.
And having it in a jug, that could be inspiring. I mean, that could be really motivating, couldn't it, to actually be drinking the water? Yeah. I've had days where I've been really good at that, and then days where I'm lacking. Today has been really busy and I'm lacking. So I thought I'm taking a drink of water in there to do this, because I can just sort of get try to do a bit of catch up at the end of the day. Did anybody change to a low tox anything? Swap a product out? I actually didn't make any big changes this week, I have to say. I've probably just been carrying on. Okay, our next slide. We don't want to take too long on that. The next slide. We're going to be talking about the MetaPWR and the lifelong vitality. And around the globe, lifespans are increasing, but some people are finding those later years are not quite so, you know, as healthy as what they would have been, and they might not be as healthy as they would have been lots and lots and lots of years ago. So even though we might live longer, are we spending those extra years unable to do the things we love because of poor health? And there are no quick fixes to optimal metabolic function. You still have to make smart and healthy lifestyle decisions, but the MetaPWR system can maximize and optimize the effects of your wellness lifestyle choices. So is anybody on MetaPWR?
Yep, I am.
Oh yes, and Daphne is as well. Cool.
Yep. I am.
Yeah, that's neat. Okay, so would you like to share how you, like, if you've noticed anything? How long have you been on it, Judith? What about you? Because your microphone's on.
Oh yeah, I haven't even turned it. As you can tell, I've just got out the chair. Probably I used to be a bugger of going for a walk after work, and then I'd come home, but then I'm hungry. So while I'm cooking tea, sometimes I used to get the cracks and the hummus out. So I haven't been doing that.
You just haven't felt the need to. That's interesting.
No, probably because probably from lunchtime to when I come home, I have my glass of water with the oil in it. Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
I haven't noticed any weight change or anything.
No. Well, it's not a weight loss.
No. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people have. Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably my biggest. I haven't noticed a big change probably in the energy as much as some people probably have. Yeah.
Because how long have you been on it?
Just 2 months.
2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Daphne, will your computer work for talking to see?
Well, let's see.
Oh, yes, it does.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yay.
I've been on it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just taking the Advantage now and the essential oil, because I found that I was getting really queasy, and so I have stopped taking the MetaPWR Assist, because when I read the instructions, it's got sulfates and lactose in it, and I was obviously reacting to them, so I've chosen to go back to taking Terrazyme instead.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing, and yeah, but I mean, I have more energy after I've taken it, or if I forget to take it, I'm thinking, oh, what's missing? So when I take, I notice more energy. I don't need to lose weight, so I wasn't too focused on the that part of it anyway. Yeah, but I mean, I'm still taking it, even though I can't take the assist.
Yeah.
You know, I've gone back to and taking Terrazyme again, so that works best for me.
That's really cool. But doesn't that just show you the importance of personalizing it? Like it's like with anything, what works for one might not work for somebody else.
Yes.
And you tweak whatever you're doing so that it's best for you. So that's really neat. Brianna, what about you?
Yeah, so I was just trying to think how long we've been on it. It might probably be about 2 months as well. I think. And I had a little bit that I wasn't taking it. I'm a little bit similar to you, definitely. Like I notice when I haven't for energy kind of wise. I'll get to the end of the day and I'm like, oh, like I'm just starting to kind of drag myself, and I'm like, oh, that's what I forgot. But I also before I started taking it, I just started to develop tennis elbow. And after about 3 weeks, I was playing squash and I was playing quite well. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like my arm didn't hurt today. And then the next time it happened again. And so then I was thinking back, I was like, well, what have I done different? And I've been doing the oils on it for a long time. And the only difference was that I was having the MetaPWR. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So it's just that like observation type thing. And the timing of it is, was quite something. And then recently I had a bit of time that I wasn't very good at taking it. I probably took it once or twice, and I've had hiccups probably since I was a teenager. I think might have been when it started, but they're very loud and they're quite painful. And if I get continual ones, I can lose my voice from it, and they're quite something.
I think we might have said about this in another class. I think a huge department store, you being at one end and hearing Brianna the whole way through the shop until she gets to the door and goes outside, and you think, oh yeah, she's gone outside now, because you can't hear these huge hiccups. So we're talking a huge issue, not just
yeah. And I think when I was a teenager, I'd get them quite constantly. But then when I wasn't having the MetaPWR recently, any glass of water that I'd even drink, I'd do just one hiccup. Thankfully, it wasn't continuous. But I had them continuous a couple of times. And I was talking to Mum on the phone, and I was like, oh, like I wonder actually, I haven't been taking the MetaPWR, and this has come back. So, and it's your whole digestive and that side of things, I think. So yeah, that kind of my two probably biggest, well, 3 is if you include the energy, my biggest observations from them.
Because once you took it, they stopped again, didn't they?
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the other thing. And now I'm not hiccuping. like I was. So
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. And yeah, I've been taking it probably for a couple of months. We probably started all at the same time. I think I started with the Aroma Touch down there. I think I ordered them just after that, down in Wellington. And I definitely don't have the slump after lunch. Definitely not feeling like snacking, and not feeling like the sweet stuff. I might have the odd day where, if there's lollies in the house that are being eaten by others. Half the time I don't want them, but if they're my favourites, then I will have them because they're my favourites, not so much that I'm craving them and have to keep eating this just because of enjoyment. So, not saying go and eat lollies, but it's the 80-20 thing, like 80% be good and then relax a little bit and then still enjoy life and the odd lollies. Okay, but yeah, no, definitely no slump, no snapping. I just feel so much better within myself, and yeah, I don't know, firmer skin. Yeah, it's just good. I'm excited by it. Okay, so let's get into some of our Christine. Oh no, Christine, you're not on it, are you?
No, I haven't.
No.
And,
Cool.
and I haven't done anything different because I'm not home. But when I go home, I will try things.
Yeah, neat, cool. Yeah, I just thought, I don't want to miss anybody out. Okay, our next one. We actually have a little video because we've only just talked about the system, and what we've experienced, and we thought we'd just watch a short video. Oops, I got to start it, and I actually can't start it. And then we'll talk more afterwards. It's just short.
Struggling with stress, low energy, lack of sleep, brain fog, your weight? Maybe you just don't feel quite like yourself. Each of these challenges has something in common: your metabolic health. What if you could upgrade your metabolic health and tackle each of these challenges starting today? Are you ready to have your personal wellness realized? Introducing doTERRA's MetaPWR, a breakthrough system formulated to support your metabolic health transformation in multiple ways. The MetaPWR Metabolic Blend is the foundation for the entire system. It has proprietary balanced ratios of grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark essential oils. Use it to reduce hunger cravings and support overall healthy metabolic function. Some promising research suggests the blend may actually reduce the size of fat cells when ingested. Just add MetaPWR essential oil to a glass of water, or take MetaPWR soft gels daily to try for yourself. Now let's talk about blood sugar. Blood glucose levels are usually lowest in the morning, before the first meal of the day, and rise after meals for an hour or two. Keeping these fluctuations within normal range plays a big role in healthy metabolic function. MetaPWR Assist combines the MetaPWR blend with mulberry leaf extract, berberine, and cinnamon. When taken before a meal, MetaPWR Assist slows down the conversion of carbohydrates to glucose. Healthy, smoother blood glucose curves are good for your long-term health and critical for sustained, steady energy through your day. Did you know, starting in our early 20s, the body's natural production of both collagen and NAD+ starts to decline? This plays a role in how we age, our energy, mental clarity, circulation health, nervous system health, skin, and more. While it's famously said that Father Time is undefeated, he doesn't have to be. Get the MetaPWR Advantage. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. It's responsible for healthy skin, hair, nails, bones, and joints. Without it, your skin loses elasticity and hydration. And while most collagen products only feature one or maybe two types of collagen, MetaPWR Advantage boasts 9 unique collagen types, and it is 12 times more absorbable than the competition. More absorption means greater benefits. NAD+ helps to maintain youthful functioning of cells. MetaPWR Advantage is formulated with a naturally derived source of NMN, which can help to naturally increase NAD+ levels in your body. With consistent daily use, Advantage may help you look and feel younger. There are 9 other active ingredients in MetaPWR Advantage. It's a superpower product that tastes great too. After the first 30 days of using the MetaPWR system, in combination with healthy lifestyle choices, many people say they have more energy, greater mental clarity, and better sleep. They notice improvements in their skin. Many are having success releasing excess weight and managing stress. Are you ready for your MetaPWR transformation? Get started today.
Okay, that covered a lot in that video. Some of those products were actually from the US. We don't have them all. We have the MetaPWR Advantage, MetaPWR Assist, and the MetaPWR Oil. So we don't have the gum and the others. What's our next slide, Brianna? So first we have our
Sorry, there we go.
That's all right. So it talked about the MetaPWR Oil. That I actually put a drop of this in with my sachet first thing in the morning. And that I actually think made a difference to how I felt all morning, like definitely not hungry and not needing to snack. So I think it just sort of helped. So yeah, it talks about they help curb hunger cravings and promote mindful eating. And I would have to say that I really noticed it because yeah, a week ago I thought, oh, I'm not actually using the oil as much. So I made a conscious effort to make sure I was, like at the beginning I was, but I sort of, that's probably what I forget most. So I thought I'll put it in my MetaPWR in the morning because I read somewhere that you can do that. And yeah, it really did make a difference. My husband puts it in his drink to take to work. You can diffuse it. You can even wear it. So yeah, and it talked about what it can do in that video. And the next one that we have is a sachet. I really enjoy doing this. I do it first thing in the morning. So that's got the 9 types of collagen tritectite. Can support healthy bone function, improve skin elasticity, density, and firmness. I said I wasn't going to say this tonight because I thought it sounded weird, but because we wrote it down, I actually really think it does. Like my skin just feels good, and if I pinch it, it doesn't sort of look like, you know how you can look a bit dehydrated even if you're drinking lots of water. You can pinch depending on your age, I reckon. Yeah, so I just think it's firm, and I like from the age of 50 is when it can often happen with hormones, you know, like you can just carry a little bit of extra weight, and I don't want this to be about weight. It's not about weight, but that's definitely a hormonal thing. And I can't say I've lost like all this weight, but I just feel like I'm changing and I feel different, and I feel different within myself, like in my skin and cells. And when we were doing this, and I wouldn't have probably put all the information like this, but I thought, yeah, it's actually because of that collagen. Like it's, I'll wait because we might even have it on a slide, but improving skin elasticity, I'm noticing it, and density and firmness, I'm noticing that. And it can also support lean muscle and connective tissue, which ties into Brianna's story before about her elbow. Yeah, just helping with that. And then I might put my, oh no, because we'll go to the next slide. We just thought we'll talk a little bit about NAD plus and NMN, because to be honest, we heard that video and we saw the thing, we're thinking NAD plus. What is that? NMN, what is that? So we thought we actually want to know. So NAD plus is a coenzyme that is essential to metabolic health, and it can directly and indirectly influence many key cellular functions, including metabolic pathways, DNA repair, chromatin remodeling, cellular. I haven't got my glasses on. We looked up that word too, senescence, and Brianna wrote down that meaning because we thought, do you remember writing down the meaning for senescence?
I
We
do
thought,
at my other desk.
yeah, okay. So you can look up senescence, but it made sense. But I can't remember what it says. And immune cell function. So you can see how important it is. These cellular processes and functions are critical for maintaining tissue and metabolic homeostasis and for health aging. And yeah, when you reach 50, NAD plus levels are generally about half what they were at 20, which, you know, it explains some health challenges, difficulty managing weight, and decreased energy levels. I really noticed that. I remember thinking at 50, maybe I just actually thought, I didn't see the connection till just now, but I thought maybe I was just a bit of burnout just from being so busy, homeschooling 9 kids, busy lives. But actually, it's most likely more this. Thinking about this, it was actually, and then NMN. You can read what it stands for. It's a molecule that is naturally produced in your body and is involved in energy metabolism and cellular functions. At specific doses, NMN supplements may help improve insulin sensitivity, heart function, and reduce tiredness with few side effects. Taking NMN supplements boosts your NAD plus levels and supports healthy aging. So aside from MetaPWR, not even talking about MetaPWR, that's the science between NAD plus and NMN. So you can see that by having them each day, it can only be a good thing for your system and for, you know, making up for what is naturally going down. Whether it would have years ago if diets were different and soils were different and all that, I don't know. It's just very interesting. So I hope you don't mind that bit of science, but I felt it just made more sense, made this make more sense. Okay, our next one. Okay, now this one is just talking about the assist, and it's very quick. So it's not another 3-minute video. Okay.
MetaPWR Assist is the next product in the MetaPWR system lineup. It harnesses the MetaPWR essential oil blend and features additional herbs and phytonutrients. Key among these is mulberry leaf extract, which has been shown to reduce carbohydrate digestion by up to 42% when taken with a heavy meal. Basically, it slows down the conversion of carbohydrates to glucose. So instead of a giant spike and drop, you instead experience more narrow changes for an optimal curve. Blood sugar levels are among the most significant markers of health. These levels naturally fluctuate with eating and activity patterns, but excessively high peaks and low valleys are hallmarks of metabolic problems. Over time, elevated blood sugar levels can have permanent consequences on the body. Most people enjoy a good roller coaster. The anticipation of the climb and the exhilaration of the drop lead to long lines and excited enthusiasts. Like blood sugar levels, a roller coaster ride once or twice a year probably wouldn't cause long-term issues. However, riding the roller coaster multiple times a day, week after week, might have consequences. A whole food diet and regular exercise are the best ways to promote healthy blood sugar regulation. But considering that less than 7% of the US adult population have optimal cardiometabolic health, most of us could stand to get a little support. MetaPWR Assist contains multiple natural components clinically shown to promote healthy metabolism.
Okay. I have got this whole page of notes, which I'm not going to be reading from, but it just talked about the diabetes at the rates, the age that it starts. I wrote it down. Type 1 is usually before age 20, and type 2 is typically over age 40, and that's type 2 is a very preventable disease, and the age for type 2 beginning is actually coming down just with people's diets and everything, packaged food, processed food, just fast food. So yes, and this is just something that just helps with those sugar spikes. And there's lots of testimonies about results on people with those things. There is a testimonial page on Facebook, MetaPWR testimonial page. It's quite interesting if you ever want to hop on that. Okay, next.
And on that,
yes,
on that too, from when I was about, you might remember, Mum, I think it was like from when I was about 14 or 15, I think it was. I was on a type 1 diabetes watch. I think I'm actually still on it, but they just monitor that, they just do testing every now and then. And so I've felt that, like, sometimes my blood sugars just will be a little bit low, or you kind of just feel a bit like quite just like you can't motivate yourself type thing. And Mum and I were talking about this the other day, and I was like, oh, actually, since being on the MetaPWR, I haven't felt that the same, and it's more than just an energy thing. Like, it is more of my blood sugars, I think, seem to have been regulated a little bit more, which I found interesting. And my blood pressure has always just been low. And I noticed that when I had the couple of weeks not taking the MetaPWR, I was kind of back to I have to stand up quite slow. And if I stand up too fast, kind of everything will go black, kind of low blood pressure. So I found that interesting too, that it just kind of, leveled my blood pressure out a little bit, I think, from what I noticed.
Yeah, that's interesting. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, our next one, the top bit is just sort of going over what the video said. I found this analogy of metaphor. Think about the metaphor of a body being like a car. Is that a metaphor or an analogy? I'd call it.
Yeah.
If you are putting your foot to the floor on the accelerator and then slamming on your brakes, it's going to wear down your car. It isn't good for your brakes, for your tires. This is American. We spell tires differently. Sorry, grammar. Shush. For your seatbelt, etc. Spikes and crashes in your blood sugar are hard on your body too and contribute to poor functioning cells. The more we can normalize our blood glucose and insulin curves, the better. And of course, this helps enormously with energy levels too. I just thought that analogy was really good. So the MetaPWR assist, think of that and just sort of, balancing. And I think that's why I'm not having a slump after lunch, because I'll often take one at lunchtime. I think that's my biggest carbohydrate meal probably. So for me, that's the better one to have it at. Okay, next one. We're going to also touch on the lifelong vitality. I'm going to need my glasses. So these are them. Oh, this was a post Brianna did on her Facebook page a while ago. So that's why it says these are the multivitamins I posted about this week. These three contain the 22 of the most required vitamins and minerals that we can often miss out on in just relying on our food, because I think we've talked before how our soils and our food isn't what it was, a long time ago. Yes, and they form part of a wellness lifestyle range of products that may assist you at different stages of life. It's actually one of doTERRA's most popular products. I think it is the most popular product, actually, although MetaPWR might be shooting up there. it's packed full of essential nutrients, metabolic benefits, and powerful antioxidants designed to help promote energy, health, and lifelong vitality. They come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And so you can read the things in there. But I've found them incredibly helpful. I think I mention on another class, it's actually, maybe not, because we haven't done LLV. But I mentioned about in lockdown, I'd run out. And I just thought, I'm not going to need them. We're in lockdown. We're not like doing a huge amount of stuff. It actually just made me do just about nothing. Everybody else was getting stuff done at home, and I don't know, no motivation, no nothing. And it was not just because of lockdowns. We actually, like, my husband's self-employed. He does not get holidays. And so for him to be home for, I think it was 4 weeks, was like fantastic. We just, fun. But then at the end of it, because we could still order our doTERRA things, I thought, no, I'm actually going to get them because I'm just feeling flat. And within 5 days, well, actually, I don't even know if it probably was about 5 days, I was writing lists, I was getting stuff done. And I thought, yeah, I need these things. And I love the fact that they're actually bioavailable. You can buy whatever over the counter, but your body isn't necessarily going to assimilate it. And one of the things I was really particular about is I thought when I first started them, if they've got folic acid, I'm not having them. And because that's a synthetic thing, you want folate or folinic acid is fine too. So I was studying that, and it got the big tick from me because it had folinic, not folic. So yeah, I was very happy. Okay, next slide. And we just have a little video. Thought it might make a change from hearing my voice on. I think we had to click the white twice, Brianna, to back twice for some reason.
I can't without it going. As you can see with the error. Let me just do this another way. Sorry.
That's all right. I'll just talk about the next slide while you're getting on. So the primary benefits of these, I just did this list. I must have got it off maybe doTERRA's website. It's with doTERRA. It's really cool. If you're ever talking about it, or somebody, one of your friends or somebody wants to know, you don't have to think up everything. doTERRA's got everything you need to talk about these things to other people. You just go on their website, go look under their product, and it just has everything you need. So I'll just list a few things: general wellness and vitality, antioxidant and DNA. Oh, here we go. We can actually, we'll do the video. Thanks, Brianna.
Good.
When it comes to my well-being, it all starts here. But even when we tick all the right boxes, most modern diets still lack some key nutrients and vitamins that our bodies need to perform at 100%. And that's why I could never go one day without a little extra called LLV. Packed with powerful vitality-promoting benefits, the Lifelong Vitality Pack was a game changer for me and my family. LLV supplies the body with 3 key supplements. Alpha CRS Plus combines potent levels of natural botanical extracts. Microplex VNZ is a food nutrient formula of vitamins and minerals. And Z Omega is a revolutionary formula that blends CPTG essential oils with carotenoids and omega-3. By taking a holistic approach to wellness, I'm not just making sure that I'm well, but that I have enough energy, time and capacity to take care of my family and make sure every moment is as special as it deserves to be.
Entering a junction here where
when it comes to my well-being, it all...
Yeah.
That's cool. There you go. Natural folate from the lemon. Did you pick up on that after me talking about folate and folic acid? Oh, that's good. A good thing to mention too, if you do get the Lifelong Vitality Pack, you can do add-ons and you get things cheaper. Does everybody realize that? So if you order the Lifelong Vitality Pack, it can come as a bundle, and I think you can choose from, is it the Ice Blue stick? You can choose 3 things to get at a reduced price.
I think I'm not sure if it's a stick. It might be, but I think it might just be the tablets. I know you can get the Ice Blue tablet.
Oh, right, tablets.
So it might be,
and it might even be Terrazyme.
I think Terrazyme's on there too.
Yeah, Terrazyme, and there's a few things. I actually can't remember. I didn't think to look that up. So if you ever buy the Lifelong Vitality Pack on their own, so you can buy it with a bundle with MetaPWR, but if you just get it by itself, look at the add-ons because it's a good discount on them. So yeah, so if we get that next slide, Brianna, it will just have all those benefits there. I don't have to read them out now. Just have a quick squiz of those. Healthy hair, skin and nails, eye, brain, nervous system health, liver function, digestive health, lung and respiratory health, gentle on the stomach, no GE material, dairy free, and the stuff at the top. So you can see how that is going to just work so beautifully with the MetaPWR. I think Angela has mentioned that it's like macro and micro nutrients with the 2 systems together. Okay, so here's the MetaPWR bundle. That's the cheapest way to buy all of it, is to buy it as a bundle. Wholesale $250. Yep, $250. Retail's $334, and your PV is 100, so that's free shipping as well. And if you were going to do that in a monthly order, I would be thinking, well, you're already at 100, just pop something in to get 125 before the 15th of the month for the free oil of the month. So that's probably how I'd do that. Yep. And the next slide is the call to action. Not necessarily for me to PWR with everything. We were talking about it after the class last week and thought, it's good to think what you're going to do going forward, one change that you're going to make in your, daily routine. Like Judith was the water. She's got the water jug, and that's a focus. Yeah, I need to do my water, but also the 30-day challenge. doTERRA is actually, if you've got to, I think, what did you need? It was the MetaPWR. And maybe the Lifelong Vitality. I can't remember.
I think it may have been them both.
Right. But there's a 30-day challenge, and I think it starts today. But I mean, you can do your 30 days, but you could get a group around you. Like if you have people with these products, you can do that 30-day challenge. Just look on the doTERRA website or Facebook page. There'll be something about it. And we just found this before. It starts with you, and isn't that like it with our lives? Full stop. You can. I mean, I'm obviously motivated. Like with Brianna, she motivates me because these would never have happened without Brianna. She's motivating me to do these, and today we were, was it last night you popped in, and I was just doing a bit of work on it, and I just said, I'm actually going to be a little bit relieved when we've done the 8 because this is quite a big thing for me, because it's not my natural thing to do, and doing slides and slideshows, I take ages to do one thing, and Brianna just whips it up. But she said I did well this week. Didn't have to do quite so much as other weeks, eh, Brianna?
Yeah.
I'm learning. And she goes, yeah, we'll have a week off and then we'll do something else. And I'm like, oh, I get something once a month.
Well, it is appreciated.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hope you're learning, and we're learning lots. But but quite neat. And I think that I was just listening to something and during the week, network marketing thing, and saying, well, the first time you do something, it's not going to be the best time. It's not going to be the best that you can do. But if you don't do it the first time, you'll never get to the best because you haven't done it. So it's like taking those steps. And with our health, and even exercise. And this is my big one, is the exercise. I mean, because I'm motivated by people and a goal. And and if it's just left up to me, I probably just wouldn't do it. But there's got to be something within me that is setting that as a, like self-motivating. You also need that self-motivation and to do it. So yeah, 30-day challenge. I should be thinking I should just try.
I did the well, I don't know if I did 30 days, but Emily, I follow Emily Wright on Instagram, and she did the blue tansy and Melissa.
Yes.
I didn't have the Melissa, but when I seen it, so when I did my order for that month, I ordered the blue tansy on my points, and I commented on her Instagram that I didn't have Melissa, and she gave me other options to do. So she said frankincense, which I'd already done in the mouth. So that was quite a nice motivation. Actually, it was something different to do for the month.
I did follow a bit of that. The Melissa, I have Melissa and I don't have blue tansy. So I did the Melissa on the roof of my mouth. But actually Melissa, and speaking of that, I got shingles and I actually will get it recurringly. Melissa is amazing.
Oh.
Put in a bit of a blend and put on the rash. I think it just sort of speeds it up and brings that to a resolution so that it's quite incredible. So I love Melissa. I did that on points.
Yeah. Well, that'll be how I get the Melissa.
Yeah, points are great. Swapping that shop and building up those points. So whatever change you make, it does start with you in so many areas of life. Actually, I'll just say, how we've got these elections coming up. I was listening to this financial guy, New Zealand financial guy. He's so good, such good financial advice, but I never share him because he swears like a trooper, and I just don't. I don't want to be sharing that. But anyway, I don't even like listening to it, but it's such good advice. But he said, we're always looking what party is going to give us more money at the end of the day. Is it that one? Or we'll get that X amount of dollars with that one, X amount of dollars with that one. And he said, stop looking at that. Make those changes within yourself. You can make those changes. You can cancel a subscription. You've already got, $13 a month extra, or Whereas I don't consider my doTERRA a subscription, just thought I'd say, because I've swapped my shop. So it's like my grocery shopping. And because I'm doing it as a business, I'm investing into the business. But that is next week's topic. Just the call to action. Let's do things. Let's be motivated ourselves, and do have all these things that we're using to help us, because it's pretty hard to be motivated if we're dragging ourselves around. If our energy is not great, if our nutrients aren't enough, if we just need the extra support that these products give. I know for me, I can do a lot more with these than without. And probably everybody I know that's been trying them, even if they have to tweak it, like somebody's a very light body weight, and for the LLV, she takes one of each and she functions really well. Whereas when she was taking, if it says 2 morning and night, I only take two a day of each. So I probably take a half dose. So she takes quarter of a dose, and within yourself what's working and what isn't. So once she brought it back, she just felt like she was a different person. So it's like Daphne. She, she wasn't feeling great on these, so she didn't use that part of it. And that's perfect. Because the best way to use it is the way that works for you. And that's always good to remember. So our last slide, I think it's the last slide of the night. Yep, is to remember the basics. The healthy, balanced diet, drinking enough water, exercise, low tox living, sleep, reducing and managing stress. And I think that these products support all that beautifully because, well, I think you feel less stressed if you've got enough, if you're putting in enough to your system nutritionally and, like that, which then flows on to being able to do more of the other. So, yeah. So that, oh yes, next slide. Next week, we are actually going to talk about the business opportunity as well. And don't be scared by that because you're using these products in everyday life and you're going to have some wins and your favorites and all that sort of thing. And it's just sort of showing you what you can do if you wanted to do. And sometimes you don't think that you're wanting to do that, but it just can sort of start happening. So it's just quite nice to know a little bit of how that works.
Because it's pretty simple. It's just looking, like the doTERRA itself, it's pretty simple. It's just sharing the oils and then showing them how to purchase them for themselves and looking for those opportunities because everybody's got something.
Yeah. And you're always meeting people and people will share if you're a caring person, and everybody here is, then people will often share what's going on for them and you have solutions. And I think there was one of our earlier classes, one of the slides I put up, and it was just the end. I think it was one that Melody Watts had actually written, and I thought, I really like that, copied it and put it into the thing. And then I thought I might change the end like that, just, so you use the oil, share the oils, something else that was in that end. Like that's just what you do. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it says, but anyway, I love using doTERRA. I love sharing doTERRA. I love being able to, if somebody's unwell, putting something in a little bottle and taking it around to help them be supported. I really love having a solution because otherwise you're listening and you're feeling helpless and you don't say because some situations seem pretty tough. So
yeah, and it's pretty neat, like when you're doing that and you're sharing them and you're looking for those opportunities, and then you get a call the next day, and the person's like, "Wow, like what did you actually give me?" Obviously, you've told them and they're aware of it, but they're like, "What was in that?" Because I had somebody who, they're like, "Oh, like I can walk normally today," after it was an injury, and they could, they're pretty, their walking wasn't very well at all. From just like muscle cramps and things. And then the next day they were like, whoa, like what was that? Because I'm walking fine, just about. So it's pretty neat.
It's so exciting. Now did everybody see Martin's story, or did we talk about, I can't remember when he put it on. Was it before last week's class or was it during the week? Martin's story on chats.
Feel like it might have been the week before, but I can't remember.
So the week before. Because did we talk about the turmeric soft gels?
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we did.
Or did he comment just after our thing last week?
I can't remember. Because I met Martin years ago, and he's happy he put it on chats. And and then I was chatting to him, and he basically was told last year that to get his everything in order, all his affairs, that's the word, all his affairs
my
in
God.
order, because he might not see Christmas. And we didn't know that then. And then, yeah, so earlier in the year, not that long ago, maybe 2 or 3 months, he just asked for a pain blend. And I sent him that favourite one of mine off Dropley with turmeric in it and frankincense and marjoram and something else.
Lemongrass and copaiba.
Lemongrass and copaiba. Thanks, Brianna.
Yeah.
And it made a huge difference. And then he popped in to get, so he didn't have all the oils, he didn't have turmeric, so he popped into Martin and got some of Donna. And because that's a cool thing about doTERRA, you work together. And yeah, if you haven't got something, somebody else will. And everybody's happy to share, share their oils. And anyway, so she said, have you tried the turmeric soft gels? And that, because he'd come off all his painkillers because they're just totally wrecking his gut, everything. And he was on tramadol, actually a whole list. And so he just came off before this cold turkey because he actually physically could not take them anymore. And so he took the turmeric soft gel and he's just amazed, which was so neat to hear because I haven't got pain. I don't really live with pain. I'm not. So it was good to hear that. And so I've been able to share with others who are living with pain about the turmeric soft gels, and they're excited to try them. So it's just the stories, and we've all read Martin's thing, and you think, oh, I must remember that because when I come across somebody, that's a really good thing to know. Yeah. So that's on my list for next month. For this month now, actually, it's the first day.
So he was taking lots of different medications, was he?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, a list. Yeah. And did he put on the chats a photo of him at the community garden that he helped out in? He was able to walk over. Oh, he did it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, he did? Okay, I missed that.
Yeah. And people were noticing his mobility.
His up to the pipes or something, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So his stories, it's very exciting. And I think never lose sight of the difference you can make in people's lives. Like, it starts with us. We do it. We've learned about these. But you have got tools to help so many people. And there are so many people needing help. Just even, I've bought a couple of bottles of Console, the roller touch, because those oils in there, can't list them, sorry, but really supportive for when people have lost someone. And I just thought, I just want those on hand. I could give them the whole bottle. It's pre-bought from doTERRA, or I can break that up and put them, in little sample bottles and just give them. And you can, I mean, that's up to everybody with their finances and, or do you know if the person is going to use them and love them? I gave one to somebody, must be 4 years ago now, and they'd lost their son. And I said, look, it just felt like a weird thing to do, to be honest. Like, such grief. And you're giving a roller bottle of oils, when they haven't done oils. And so, yeah, and I thought, don't I? But they said that they were actually helpful. They were comforting. So that's neat.
I gave my niece some oils after that thing we had at Silverstream last year.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
I loved that.
I'd just come back from my nephew's funeral, but my niece was coming up here the weekend that we were at Silverstream. So I got some oils off Angela and gave them to Taylor to take home for her and her mum. Yeah.
That's so neat.
I don't know how much they use them, but yeah. I think it will help you sleep.
Yes. That's so neat. Brenda,
Yeah.
we usually stop the recording for chatting, did we?
Oh, I don't think we did.
I don't think it actually matters, but I don't know if people, if they're wanting to learn about MetaPWR, I don't know that they'll want the conversation.